because it goes along with his favorite song. It's raining, man.
P-Town Week in Review, March 5th through the 11th. So this week on P-Town started off on Monday trying to get out on a mountain bike ride finally. I thought the conditions would have been good by now. So I went to hit up the P-Town trails with Piper. We got over there, ride started off okay. And then as we hit the single track, I realized there was just so much snow left up here from the drifts. So you'd be riding along and then all of a sudden, boof, your tire would fall in a hole right up to your hubs. So it ended up not being too fun of a ride. I think I only did 4 miles and then kind of trucked backwards up the same way I went down. Where there wasn't snow on the Power Lines and Quad Trails, it was all mud and yucky. So it just wasn't too good. So that being said, the rest of the week stuck to the gravel. Tuesday, Stein and I did a Plymouth urban assault ride where we left from here, went down Jesse's Road, down through Avondale, and then came through some gravel stuff that I found that gets us through the city of Plymouth, and then eventually came up Corby Road in the end of it. Once we got back to the top of Corby, Stein was done. So we just came back to the house up via Jesse's again. Wednesday had a snowfall predicted. I was supposed to get a 6+ inches. Ended up not getting nearly that much. I think we had about 3 we topped out at here. So I had a day off of school, so I ended up going out for a spin on the prison loop during the height of the storm, which was probably not the best idea in hindsight, but still got a good ride in, and I got some good video from that as well. Friday we had a prison loop as well from the house, and that one just went out in the daytime. And after that we went out for pizza and had some drinks downstairs in the cave afterwards. So I have some video from that as well. Rest of the weekend was a wash because I was in the studio with the Cabbage guys, so I wasn't around. But I know Ken did a ride here on Saturday, did most of the Reservoir Dogs loop, and then Joseph kept the gravel heated up on Sunday as well. So here's some videos from this week. Enjoy. Here's a video of that snow I was talking about. You can see the tire is just buried, but then right up ahead on the trail there's nothing. So we ran into a lot of stuff like that. Tuesday's ride started off bombing right down Jesse's Road. Forgot what an interesting descent that always turns into. Some of those turns come up pretty quick when you're hitting them close to 40 coming down there. Before we hit Curry Hill, we cut off and go under the power lines here, similar to how we would if we were going on the mountain bikes up to the knob. And we headed over towards Avondale through the old coal mines there. After this pretty part here, we had another quick bomb down Avondale Hill, which is another technical descent. At the bottom of that, had to pull Stein away from the getaway lounge down there and get him to keep on riding. And this is us here. Once we got into Plymouth first, we started off on the dike. A little ways onto that, we cut off down to the left and we hop on some dirt. And then, interesting enough, almost all the way through Plymouth, there's a route here you can see where you could stay on gravel, the old railroad bed, and then a few other spots at the point where are interesting. And we came through the old Larksville stomping grounds. This is going by the old cemetery here, and then eventually down the hill, and then up the old trolley line towards the Larksville Municipal Building. And we ended that ride with a wonderful chicken dinner. Yeah, it was delicious. That was our elevation profile for the ride. It looks pretty funny. Wednesday ended up having the day off from school, so I worked on some things in the morning and then looked out the window and the snow kind of stopped. And right about that time I got a call from Ken saying, "Hey, what are you doing? Want to ride?" I said, "Yeah, it still looks like it's going to be done for a while here." We decided to meet up, but then the snow did start coming down good. So Ken didn't want to get stuck up here since it was probably going to keep on going from what the predictions were saying. So I went out on my own and ended up riding in the peak of the storm that we were going to be getting. And so towards the end of the ride, coming backwards up Casco Road, the snow really started to pick up and even got some accumulation on the road eventually. Really testing out the new tires. These are the Panaracer Gravel Kings. I'm liking them so far.
Just woke up from a nap. It's a little dark, but you guys crazy? I'm still gonna send it.
How do you feel about your snow day? No work, no kids, another day tacked on at the end of the year.
I would have rathered the day off in June 11th than today, but made do with what I was given.
And what did you do with what you were given?
I woke up, finished the P-Town Weekend Review, and then looked outside and the snow had stopped for what seemed to be like 10-15 minutes. So then it got the itch to ride going, and then at that moment I got a text from Ken asking what I was doing. So I called him on the phone, and then we made plans to meet up at 11 and do a quick little bike ride. He called me back about 15 minutes later, and he said he checked the weather from the NWS, and that they said all hell is going to break loose in about a half hour, so he didn't want to come up the mountain and be trapped here. And then it ended up being probably the right prediction, because by the time I finished the ride, all the roads up here were covered pretty good.
What ride did you end up doing?
Backwards modified prisoner loop.
Oh, you did it backwards.
Yes, because my idea was I figured the heavily traveled roads such as when you cross Route 29 and Smith Hill Road, not that they're heavy traveled, but more so than the others, I figured I'd get them out of the way in case it did get bad quicker. I'd be off the heavily traveled ones.
Okay.
Conditions today on the road were pretty good. They deteriorated as the ride went on. Snow started coming down quick. Had about 1.5 to 2 inches on Casco Road by the time I hit that. Still got some good video from it, but conditions in the hot tub are phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That's it.
Say goodnight.
See you later.
Friday went out on a complete prison loop. This is on Hardisky Road there. Best condition this was in a while. There was a little bit of dusting of snow on it, but it wasn't bad. And then the creek crossing that we always have to walk was actually not really flowing at all, so it made it easy. This is Gates Road here. You can see most of the roads are like this, a little bit of chocolate milk on them, but overall not bad. Had a beautiful blue sky day. Looking forward to the daylight extending, especially this weekend with daylight savings time. It's going to be nice. Afterwards, Piper had some friends over, and then eventually we headed downtown and went to Uncle Buck's for a nice pizza dinner, and then came back to the house for some afterwards drinks and shenanigans. This is the crew headed into Uncle Buck's. We had Kim and Larry, Jedi, Lisa and Murphy, Leah, Ed, and myself. We sampled some good beers at the house. This one is Breaker Brewing's Barley Wine, which was very delish. And eventually the Boone even showed up for a visit.
Boone just showed up.
She on roller skates.
Well,
She's on roller
it's
skates.
11 o'clock, so that makes sense.
From remote location. So your ride today was called Meet Me at the Crossroads.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain the title?
I asked you to meet me at the crossroads.
Actually, Joseph
Me?
should have put.
What are the crossroads?
Where two roads cross.
What ones?
The farm road and the other farm road.
See, you had a 11.7 mile per hour average on the loop.
Mm-hmm.
That's
A
not
little
too
bit of hilly, a little bit of windy,
Not too shabby.
and not a flake of snow.
Wind was intense today. Was there wind down there?
Oh yeah. Nice standard 10 mile an hour headwind. And I now have 3 guys that are going to grace my presence. Is that the map?
It's a beautiful ride today.
So right there, that's the crossroads.
And wait, put that again. The
See,
figure eight.
right there is the
Okay.
crossroads.
Oh, yeah.
So were you
Jordan.
meeting anybody specifically?
A couple cars.
A couple
That's
cars.
funny, I have a student named Jordan.
All right.
It's the same color.
It's a pretty relaxing ride since it just goes through a bunch of cornfields.
Go through McCundry Road rollers.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm. And
So you were 42 seconds off your best pace.
that'll be top this year.
Top this year. Wind.
Yeah,
Definitely in effect.
And I'm wearing blue jeans.
It's stupid cold. You're bunkered up with stupid gear.
Old man winters.
Had the old man winters on. Mine are getting hard to zip. I had to clean them out today.
Yes, you must clean the zippers out.
Yeah.
I can't
They're
believe
still
you.
swapping their poop day.
I
And
can't
reduce
believe
the
you
fat
let
in
them
your
get
foot.
that bad.
Then we had a competition of who could say B-Town Weekend Review the best.
P-Town Weekend Review.
P-Town Week in Review.
P-Town Weekend Review. God damn it, kids! Hey, P-Town. The Weekend Review.
Larry Bird drinking award from last year's mountain bike weekend. Best drinker on a mountain.
Best drinker. Alcoholic.
Just poured that shot of Old Crow. He's gonna do it again.
Here's the organ donation.
After he does the shot, he's gonna give his best P-Town Weekend Review voice.
Not the stomach or esophagus. Definitely not the
I'm
skin.
already shuddering at the thought of this shot. It's okay, Lair.
You can do it!
P-Town Weekend Review.
I got the bedpan ready.
Oh boy.
Sponge bath after that drink.
Damn young whippersnappers, we used to be able to drink like this, but
Oh, he's hesitating.
No, he lost his train of thought. Brain cell.
He doesn't remember what he was doing.
what was that?
So
Oh,
tired.
I'm taking a shot. Mine's starting to go there. Hold on.
Don't trip over your walker.
What was that? Oh, hold on. I'm trying to take a shot here.
I said, don't trip over your walker.
Put it in a
Whoa.
sippy cup.
Come back again with that.
I forgot.
Oh, God.
So that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Hope the weather holds out and is nicer to us next week. If all goes well, we should have some video from a new ride coming to town. As a hint on that one, we'll probably be ending that ride at Breaker Brewing Company. See you next week.